Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Thank you for tuning in. Want to provide a quick update on the baby eagle that lives on the ridge above my place. I've been seeing Mama and Papa flying around like crazy getting food for this little one, and I noticed that the feathers are starting to come in like they're adult feathers. So still got the white head and the white legs, but the wings, as you can see here, are starting to get those typical black and brown, and then it'll also get some light brown feathers that come in. So it's cool to see those adult feathers coming in, and I look forward to the day when this little one takes flight. Here at the property, I've noticed that there have been some juniper trees dying, and I think the culprit of that is, you know, the past 2 years have been pretty dry. So if you see here, the smaller ones are the ones that are looking like they're dying, and I just think you know, they don't have deep enough root systems like the older ones do here. So what I've been doing is I've been going through with my chainsaw and cutting those down. I'll limb them up and then I'll lay it on the ground, so that way the tall grass can take advantage of these little microclimates and a little bit of shade. And look forward to seeing how this looks in a couple years. Things continue to get more and more lush around the immediate vicinity of my camper. Right here you see a little century plant that's getting ready to go off, and then the irrigation ditches that I've dug, and then also these swales. I'll have some footage here, some storm footage, which will show you them in action here shortly. All right, Grandma sent you some toys here, Pumpkin. You see them? Oh boy. Oh, look at there. It says, Meadow and Brian, have fun with these toys. Love you both. Oh, look at that, Punky. You got the chicken first. Imagine that. There's lots of stuff in here. Oh, I'm just going to love all these. Okay, that's her favorite right there. I wonder why. It looks like the chickens. Good girl. Meadow. Show the chickens your toy. Are you ready to go down there, girl? You want me to scoot up? Come on. Come on. You gonna be behind over here? All right, we're gonna roll out like this, I guess. Let's see, we need to knock these out, but why don't we go? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go up here. Do these first. See, the top ones, will work our way down. Start with this one here. I want to drag this over and use as much of this for ground cover as I can. That's going to help this grass grow and give it a little bit of shade from the sun, because this is south facing right here, and this area just gets baked with sun. So that's the reason why I think these trees are on their way out. The smaller ones, as you can see, are the ones that are suffering. The bigger ones are fine. So these ones can't compete with the big ones, just because there's not enough water in this ground, you know, in this area for the groundwater, because last winter it was just so, we just didn't have a winter. And then same with the monsoon season. So it was a real dry year last year. Oh, we got a little pine tree right here. Check that out. All right, let's be careful. Make sure we don't cut any of that. Oh, we got 2 pine trees. Look at that. Got that pine tree right there, and then this one right here. That's awesome. All right, good morning, everybody. We had our first monsoon of the season last night, and it rained a little bit this morning, but now it just kind of subsided. Right now, we've got partly cloudy skies, but we're supposed to get more rain throughout the day, and then later this afternoon, the sun's going to come out. And then we got more rain tomorrow, more rain on Wednesday, and possibly a chance of rain on Thursday. So I've just been working on the place around here. I've actually been going through the camper. I've got everything sorted out, just getting ready to go back on the road. My goal is to get back on the road by July 1st, if not sooner. And also went through my truck, went through all my backpacking gear, all my outdoor gear. And then the next thing I need to do is come around the property here and just kind of clean stuff up, stuff like that over there, like wood debris piles and things of that nature. I want to get it to where when I come back here after being on the road for a little bit, you know, that I can just easily come back and everything's dialed in. So that's the plan for the next couple weeks, is just to get everything really situated and organized. And then we're going to be hitting the road for, I don't know how long. It'll probably be a couple of years, I would think. And we'll come back here every once in a while and kind of hang out. But definitely going to just spend more time on the road, fly fishing the Eastern Sierras and also the Rocky Mountains. I wanted to show you some of the century plants that we've got that are starting to bloom. So that's the biggest one right here. That's probably at least 13 feet tall. And then you can see what happens is these agave plants, when they do this, they bloom like crazy, dump all their seeds, and then they die. So they only bloom once, which it's kind of like a grand finale, if you will. I want to go over here and show you these too. This one is pretty big. This one's probably almost the same size, I would say. And if we get up close here, you can see what'll happen is all these will start to flower. So they're not flowered yet. The buds are out, but the flowers haven't shown up. And really pretty. Then we've got this one over here. This is a smaller one. You can see those are coming up. And then we've got another one over here. It's about the same size, maybe a little bit larger. Right there. So really cool to see these blooming all at the same time on my place, because they're really pretty when the flowers come out. So the plan for the day is just kind of hang out and enjoy the weather. It's so nice and cool out here right now. It's probably about 50 degrees, I would think, at the moment. Today's high is only giving me 71. So that's why I love the monsoon season, is when those rains roll in. Like what'll happen during the morning is the temperatures will start to rise, and then by 11 a.m., all of a sudden they'll start to go down again, and then the storms move in, and it's real nice and cool. So I just love how the terrain looks when it's all wet out here. It's just awesome. For those that have been asking me in the comment section what changed out here, they changed the codes about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and made it really difficult to get stuff put through the city or through the county. Before that, it was really actually pretty easy, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't do something earlier. Wow, we got a huge front coming in right now. Oh, you can see it over there. You can see the rain. You can normally see that mountain, and you can't see it right now, that little peak. But we're gonna get clobbered here shortly. Look at these clouds. These winds are insane. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. This is a huge front that's coming in. All right, buddy, rain's coming down pretty good right now, so I want to show you how I do this water diversion. I've got a couple different ways to collect the water here. So first off, we've got the water coming off the roof. It goes down this little channel here and then splits at that fork right there and feeds those two lower ones and then this upper one right here. And then coming off my camper here, I need to button up the rest of the cover of the camper because you can see it's leaking through. But all this comes down right here, and then I dug another channel which goes this way and then connects here where the washing machine kicks it out. So that goes over here, and I'll walk in the rain here real fast. I'll show you what this looks like. Lots of moisture coming down. So that fills that one, and then we've got this one over here. Looks like that's clogged up. Let's go take a look. Oh, it's getting there. It's just taking its time. So, and then we'll knock these over when she's not running around. There we go. Whew, that's cold. All right, we're gonna go back inside. All right, we're gonna run down. We're gonna go check out the lower creeks and see how they're running. We've got the swales full, and we just had a big dump come through. These ones, this one was clogged up, so those didn't get full as quickly, and so they didn't get as much water as this one. But this one's pretty much full right here. Look at this one. And what happens is I've got a little spillway for it. Essentially, right here is where it'll spill out when it gets too much water, and it's starting to right there. So let's go on to the lower section. We'll check out the wash. All right, looking good. Really holding a lot of water back here. This is where it comes in. Wow, this holds back so much more water than I thought. That's amazing right there. That's really filling in good. And okay, so I need to button up that middle section there because that's what's flowing through, and same with over there. But this looks really good through here. Love that sound of water. Let's get over here. I'm gonna check out the ones across the way here. All right, getting a little muddy. Very pleased with this. This is really working out well. Oh, cool. So I've got that worked. I want another channel to come through over here. And I'm gonna need to button up the fence over there, or the check dams over there, but this is really doing well here. Look at this. Really pleased. All right, so we're gonna have to make the check dam here much higher and make it go across there. We're gonna have to make another one there. Probably put some over here by the tall grass, and then put some over in this section as well, and we'll be in good shape. And then that whole area kind of naturally floods over there, which is nice. It comes through and it just hits kind of everything. So if we see the water's rolling through over there. We're gonna walk down over this way. It's a really cool creek area, and I want to put a like a guest residence down here or something like that, so that when people come visit, they can stay in the spot. I love this section right down here, and this is a really cool spot. And I cleared some land over here. There's a bunch of bushes that are starting to grow back. You can see those baby pine trees I exposed and stuff. And what I was thinking was put something right here in this area, and then during monsoon season when the rains are going, and then also when the snow melt is really good, then you'd have this right here, right next to you. You can come down here and hang out, listen to nice nature sounds. All right, these are the last two check dams. So there's one that goes right across there, and we've got this one here. This is the one that has provided the most rise as far as like the soil that comes through here and it's getting deposited. And then we've got this one coming in here too, but I kind of left that because I don't want it to mess up the little driveway here. But this is how much water is being held back. Very, very pleased with this. All right, guys, we're down here. I wanted to show you how the storm impacted the soil retention and also soaking in the land. So if you see here, this drops down a couple, like, I don't know, maybe 18 inches or whatever, but all this soil has been backed up in this check dam here. And then if we walk up here, the next one that we have is actually the one that's the most impressive. So let's go through some opening in the trees right here. This is the one that has really, really done well. And it's starting to overflow now, which is fine. You know, I mean, that's what they want them to do. I want to start to button up this side because you can see how the water came up and over this section here. And you can see how it came down, all that. But this is exceptional. All of this soil has filled in because this used to be a massive V channel through here. And what happens with that is when the water comes through, it comes through so fast that it can't soak into the ground. But now that I've got these check dams in place, it's backing up the water, depositing soil, and that water is just soaking into the ground and just getting everything really, really saturated underneath the soil here. So I want to continue to rise this up. So I'll probably in the future add some more check dams here because I want to show you this section right here. It's flattened out. It used to look like this right here. So I'll get down here and I'll show you. It used to look like this. This is like probably, I don't know, 3 feet down. So if I can, the idea is you create these check dams, it backs up the soil, raises the ground level, and then it spreads out the water so it doesn't come through here real fast. It just goes on the sides and everything. So let's walk up here and I'll show you the other check dams. So you can see all these trees. These are the ones I want to continue to knock down. You can see one up there. What I'll do is I'll take the limbs and I'll just put them all around on the ground and let that grass have a little microclimate to give them a little bit of cover. And that's gonna help that grass really grow. So here's the main big one that goes all the way across this wash area. There were two streams that would come in. There would be one that would come in this area and then one right there. But now I've made a third that comes in because this one right here is being diverted because the check dams upstream are doing such a great job. But look at all this soil that's deposited down here. It's now to the point to where it's almost to the level of this. So I'm gonna have to raise this up and just continue doing that over time. Very, very pleased because it looked like this before. And then now we've got this. It's holding a bunch of water and making it to where it's really soaking into the ground. Oh, here's a puppy over there. They got a new puppy. So here's the other one that comes through now. So this channel is like newly formed that goes through here. And that was from the efforts of blocking and having the check dams come up over here. So let's go up over there. I'll show you what I'm referring to. I am so pleased with these. In one storm, it filled all this up. This was a big V channel before. And same with these back here, all this stuff. These are all check dams. I've got about 6 of them in this specific spot. And you can see now that the water is starting to go over the sides because all the middle part's filled up. So that's exactly what I want because it spreads it out and gets it to all this other tall grass around here. And this tall grass acts like a delivery system. The roots make it go straight into the ground and it goes down super deep. So it's like a natural aeration. But this is fantastic. This is exactly what I wanted. And then you can see up here, this one starts, you can see how it kind of came over the side here and I put down a few things to direct the water over this way. And then this is where the stream, like, I don't know if you want to call it a stream, but this is where the water has been diverted to come down this way. So start putting check dams in this area as well and have it go all the way down to that other check dam, the big long one, and we'll be in good shape. And then this other part here, you can see I've got some smaller check dams in place. I want to work on them a bunch more and we'll get those dialed in before we leave. But they're starting to work. This one's pretty leaky, so it's not really effective at the moment. But that one's doing good. Lots of soil being held back. That way it's not such a big V down in there. It's more flat. Same with this one right here. That one's done really well. Filled all that in. And then this one's doing great. So the goal is to eventually make this entire area flat to where when the water comes through here, it just goes all over it and saturates it as opposed to going through V channels, which makes the water go super rapid out of your property and doesn't allow an opportunity to sink into the ground. All right, but I'm grabbing Meadow. We're going to hop in the truck. We got to head to Flagstaff, get some stuff, and then we're going to come back here and keep jamming. So thanks for tuning in. I'm really pleased those check dams are working out really well. It's going to just hold back water all summer while we're out on the road doing fly fishing. We're going to be back here in October. A buddy of mine's getting married in October, so doing that. And then also doing a guy's trip with some friends of mine in California. We're going to go hit the Eastern Sierras in October. So come back here in a couple months, kind of see how the water collection is done, see how just lush that area is down there, and then also the upper section of my land here, and looking forward to it. But in the meantime, we'll be out on the back roads of America, fly fishing. I'm going to show that one, Nomad Life, and we're going to have an absolute blast. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.